Let's fucking go. You are listening to the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up. I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand.
All right, welcome to our Friday morning show. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy. And the guy on the couch. We're going to go with Mikey G first. Mikey, good morning, man.
Good morning, sir. I hope your morning was not as hectic as mine was.
You had a hectic morning?
Yeah, just had a little, cat pissing situation. You know how it goes, just the usual.
No, I don't know. What the fuck is up with your cat, man?
Well, it's my roommate's cat,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Is it a male cat or a female cat?
Female cat. It's a Bengal cat.
Yeah.
So she's pretty pricey, but I don't know. I was just, doing my thing, getting ready for the morning, and then all of a sudden I just see puddles of piss all over my bathroom floor area, and then I see a scorpion in the middle of it. And so I'm trying to fucking hustle around and like clean it up. She's hissing at me for no reason. Like I'm getting the business from everybody this morning.
So was the cat mad at you or was the cat mad at the scorpion?
I'm assuming it was probably mad at the scorpion, and she was just fucking all flustered, and I was not help. I was running around like a fucking madman, so I was probably freaking her out. Honestly,
Well, it sounds like your cat pissed on the scorpion. I mean, what did the scorpion just accidentally walk into the piss?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I have so
That
many.
doesn't- I mean, a scorpion's got to be a little smarter than that, doesn't it?
You would think.
I don't
but
know. A little smarter.
You would
I
think,
think your cat pissed on a scorpion
I don't. Yeah,
to kill it.
Well, the thing is, if it was sitting
That's
there,
crazy.
if it was there and I didn't see it, that's kind of crazy too. But like, I just don't understand where this fucking scorpion came from. And she was walking around pissing. Like she wasn't like she didn't stop. She's like walking around. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Are
right
you
now?
guys in an apartment? Do you share an apartment?
It's a house. It's a house. Yeah, it's a house.
So does the landlord, does he?
He knows there's a cat in there.
No. Does he spray yearly for insects?
That's us. It's on us. We have to spray. And
okay.
we do, but
This is Arizona, dude.
Yeah.
You might want to do that.
no, we spray. It's just sometimes those little fuckers just get in
Yeah.
somehow. I don't know.
I've been here almost 4 years and never had one inside the house.
You're lucky as hell. I've seen like a handful of them, like nothing crazy, probably like 3-4 times. But
Yeah.
I have a lot more questions than I do answers right now. But that was just how my morning started. So
With cat piss. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
with
interesting.
cat piss, absolutely. How everybody.
Well,
wants to
hey,
start.
I'd like to say it can only go up from here, but that's not true.
No, no, it can't get worse.
Your day could be worse. Imagine how bad your day is if the cat piss on a scorpion ended up being the best thing that happened to you. That day.
Yeah, for real.
That would suck. No, I'm not wishing that for you at all, dude.
same.
We want to put all good out in the universe here. Like, spread some good over there to Mikey G. And behind the board, running all the controls, is Leo. Good morning, Leo.
Morning, guys. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. I heard something that there's a little bit of, well, a couple of things. I heard that these early matches that they're playing, these early friendlies that they've been playing in Mexico, that something about it, that it's been a mess, and something about Japan, and Japan's pissed, and they might pull out, threatening to pull out of the World Cup.
Holy fuck.
Really?
What the hell?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
Japan and Mexico are like buddies. Like,
Okay, well,
like as soon as
Japan's
lands, they
mad
had,
at you
like, a
dudes. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm asking. You guys are the
well, because what I
World
saw,
Cup people.
when Japan landed, I mean, Mexico had like a whole mariachi band.
Yeah,
ready
but
for
something's
them and
going
stuff like
on with I don't know if it's the facility or what the problem is, or like it sounded like it was a shit show. That was one, and then they're changing some rules right before the World Cup.
Okay.
And I think it's related to some pretty minor shit that could happen that could cause you to get a red card. And, red cards are bad.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We know that red cards
Yeah.
are bad. You're out for that game, and then you're out for the next. And so there's a little bit of controversy there. There you go. Japan was furious with the conditions in Monterey ahead of the World Cup to the point where they nearly left the country. Japanese squad arrived for a pre-tournament camp at Tigers' rented facility, but found the pitch conditions so poor that players were afraid of getting injured. So it sounds like the field sucked, is what it sounds like.
Sounds like they should stop being pussies.
Yeah, but,
the Tigers, the Tigers.
that sounds like it's got to be pretty bad for you to get upset about it. I mean, it's not that, hard to make a soccer field.
Yeah, I would
done
like
it.
to see what it actually looks like, to be honest with you. If it's like, if there's divots all over the place and it's just all that fucked up, I guess I understand. But at the same time, like, suck it up. That's just how
I don't know. I mean, but it just depends too. Was it a field that was just for their training that they're doing right now? Or is this a field, I don't know, that could get used during the World Cup?
Yeah. That's a good
I
question.
don't know. I'm just asking.
I believe that is one of the ones that would be used for the World Cup. I could be wrong. I gotta
That
look it
would
up
be a
for you
bad
real
thing.
quick, but
Yeah, that would be a bad thing.
Why doesn't FIFA just shell out some money and be like, here, make this feel better?
Dude, they're trying to make money on every single thing. It used to be a thing. Well, it's not really a thing in most sports. I think it is in baseball for spring training that you can bring in your own mug and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you can't do that at a regular game.
Yeah.
You
they
can't
have
take
their
in your own shit.
Yeah.
You can't, take in your own water or something. But for, forever in soccer, they've always been able to bring in their own water if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And everything is expensive for this World Cup. And they're not even letting people bring in their own water now. They announced that too. So
That's crazy.
literally everything, trying to get there on a subway or everything, that the price of everything is just crazy. Even for shitty games. I mean, that you're looking at $800 a ticket for two countries that aren't even going to win a game in their group. Not even going to win a game.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, they might, because if you have two shitty teams playing each other,
Somebody's
that
gotta
might win the one. Okay,
the
that
funny
can
part
win.
is
they
we
could
can-
tie.
They can tie.
They could tie. They could tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tie,
but
yeah.
that stadium is going to be used for the World Cup, by the way.
All right.
So
Well,
I
they
don't
gotta
know
get
if
their
good
shit
find.
together.
I don't know if maybe they.
So that's kind of a big deal, their complaint then. FIFA has to check into that,
sure.
I'm sure the grounds team would eventually kind of fix that, because there's no way that they would let the World Cup be played out on a shitty ass field. So
You would think so.
it might just.
I don't know.
It might have just been a timing thing, because I know a lot of the times they don't play on turf, so it's like actual grass that they have to maintain. So it might have just been like an off day or something like that.
Yeah, but it sounds like they need to roll it or plug it, or they need to do something
Do something,
to get
yeah.
it into shape.
I'm sure once it comes around, they'll up the conditions. I'm very hard pressed to believe that they're just gonna let it be shitty as hell and just be like that for a FIFA World Cup. I would hope that they would have that, or have that much sense, but who the fuck knows? I guess.
Yeah. That was just something I heard,
And it looks like Mexican soccer hosting. So they just told them, hey, we'll just move you over here and we'll let you train on this field instead.
Okay.
It seems like they resolved it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's not good. Now, what about the new rules?
So there's a few here that low key kind of irritate me.
All right, go over them. Throw in some of your input here.
Yeah, I mean,
you're our soccer guy.
So for the first ones, I mean, obviously, just there's a bunch of time wasting rules that they're implementing, because it is a really bad part. It's a really bad part of the game. So you only get 5 seconds to throw in the ball, or for resets, substitutions. I think that's a really big one, because a lot of the times when they make a sub, especially if you're up, it's like a tactic to just make a few subs, have them walk around, say hello to the crowd, thank you and stuff like that. Waste a good 10 minutes from substitutions. So I think that's a good one. Same thing. It looks like a majority of these are just time wasting rules that they're implementing to make sure people aren't wasting. But this one here, really is annoying.
This is the one I heard about.
So you get a straight red card if you're covering your mouth when you're talking to other people, which is I think is fucking stupid.
That is dumb.
Because why are you're telling us that we have to keep our so people can read our lips, so like they can know what kind of like trash talk we're doing? Like no, like you're on the field, you're gonna cover your mouth and call your mom a bitch, bro. Like
what is? I don't understand that.
Is it because somebody might say something and they won't know who it is? I don't understand why this sounds so stupid.
Well, back in like 2008, 2009, when TV and like internet really starting to get popular, a lot of the times, because in international soccer, there's a lot of things being said. So a lot of things that people started doing was covering their mouths when talking, so the cameras wouldn't pick up on what they were saying. So there's a lot of lip reading that people like to do. So players would cover their mouths when they're talking their shit. So what? That's what I'm saying. So this is when I was reading it, this is the only one that's really like what the fuck? Who cares if they're talking shit on a fucking like a sports game? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
The one that I like the most is the 1 minute medical rule.
Yes.
Because then motherfuckers can just
honestly,
just
like if
go to the ground and flop around for fucking 5-10 minutes because they want to fake an injury. Like I hate that shit.
Because that's the one thing about soccer is that the time does not stop.
Right.
There's a lot of time wasting. It's honestly it's one of those things
the
that get taught to
referees
do.
can make up for it in the end by adding time.
They can, but a majority of the time they're really bad at it.
They're like plus 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, you're right. I was going to say that.
Yeah, they tend to be a little bit
short.
A little short on time, and then sometimes they won't even add extra time, which is a little stupid. But the time wasting, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, back when I was playing soccer, they would teach you to time waste. If you're up by 2 goals and there's not that much time left, you fucking untie your shoe, you get a cramp, you fucking all kinds of things. You find an excuse. You waste some time. I was pretty good at it, actually. I'll be honest with you. So this is one of those things that would definitely help with a lot of the time wasting, especially because there's so many games. But the only thing I have an issue with is the red card for mouth covering, because that does not make sense. The stricter VAR power, I mean, that was going to happen no matter what.
I do have a question for you on the other one, though, the no goalkeeper timeout. So if a goalkeeper is hurt, they can't use that as a time where they have a timeout and bring the rest of the team over to the side to talk to the coach.
Correct.
And that's what this rule is saying. But are they allowed to do that when it's a player? When it's another player that's not the goalkeeper, are they allowed to go?
Well, that's going back. That's going back to the 1 minute medical rule.
So
it just covers pretty much anyone. It's just the keepers have a little bit more of a power. It's like your QB, right? Like without your QB, like it's kind of like
okay.
So like
they're trying to cover the medical stuff in 2 different rules, but cover everybody.
Because when it comes to keepers, there's a few more like special rules than like a player. Because a player they'll drag them off to the sideline, and then you'll play with 10 men instead of 11. With a keeper, you can't just drag your keeper off the field and be like, all right, we're not gonna play with the keeper for the next whatever minutes.
Right.
So they get a little bit more of a kind of a specialty kind of thing when it comes to like them getting injured.
Right, but they can't. But the rest of the team can't use it as like a real timeout. That's what that saying too. And that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You're gonna see players run like if the closer you are to the sideline, the more you're gonna see them just run over there. Even if it's,
of course.
So you'll still see it here and there, but
sure.
From what I don't know how well they're gonna implement it. We'll have to wait and see on that part. But I am curious to see what kind of like authority and like kind of judgment the refs are going to have when it comes to something like this. Because, I mean, obviously, like in other sports, it's a thing as well, right? Like in basketball, you can't be holding it like this and that. But it seems like there's a little bit of extra leeway on certain players or situations where they're like, it's whatever.
All right.
So we will definitely see. The whole mouth covering thing, if we start seeing red cards for people covering their mouths, I'm gonna have a fucking issue with that.
I feel like they're gonna do it by accident, like not even like
because it's a natural thing.
Yeah,
I mean, again, like it's been common for many years now.
It's
where
not
you
just
cover your
soccer
mouth.
either. Like in baseball, they'll cover their mouths with their gloves. Like it's not like that is fucking dumb in my opinion. But the one thing that I don't see here, and Leo and I have talked about this before. Still no fucking challenges. Yeah, stricter VAR powers, but still no challenges. Why the fuck can't you challenge shit in soccer? I don't get it.
I agree with you, but I don't think challenging will ever get to the point where, because supposedly VAR is unbiased
What?
So that the
When
that
they use
is
it.
quote unquote your challenge is the people in the VAR room saying, "Hey, yes or no," you know.
Yeah. Well, you
But
have to see
but I agree with
how
you.
it works out.
I 100% agree with
Yeah,
you.
we'll see.
Because then it would be, what are you allowed to challenge? What are you not allowed to challenge?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Then you got to
I
go through
think
that.
that- I think
And that's not something you should be doing or changing right before the World Cup. That shit, just like you have the NFL owners meetings
Mhm.
where they vote on new rules, and they were just here in Phoenix doing that shit. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning or end of spring, beginning of summer, as you have a meeting for the upcoming season. And so there's time, you know, in
Mhm.
there to get that dispersed to the players, to the coaches, to the fans and everyone, not just we're less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, we're like 10 days away, maybe. I don't know. It's close.
Yeah, I mean, definitely two. Yeah, for sure. I'm honestly surprised that they even made these kind of changes this close to the World Cup,
me,
like of
me
any
too.
kind.
I'll be honest. I don't know what happened in the back end of this stuff, but it seems I
Yeah.
feel like there was some sort of complaining that then they were like, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. Here, it's like here we go.
All right, everybody, shut up. Here's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do.
Well, you got to figure, you know, with all these countries there and playing each other, it's really like the UN.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody likes each other
No.
at the UN. You know what I mean?
Especially, I mean, you shouldn't like each other here. You're trying to fucking win. You
Yeah.
want bragging rights.
So I do want to get into a little bit of politics today, but let's finish up. Let's hit all our sports things real more quickly. The Phoenix Mercury finally won. That was on Wednesday night, and they beat the Seattle Storm. Pretty good game. I tell you, really, if you look at it there, Natasha Mack leading the scoring or tied for leading the scoring. And I've been saying this now since the beginning of the season, is that she should be utilized more, and they should continue to utilize her more. And she's coming out of her, I wouldn't say shell. I'm just saying she's growing as a player, and she's really, really solid, and they should be highlighting her more. She should get more opportunities other than the opportunities that she works for, because a lot of the opportunities that she gets are ones that she gets because somebody else missed.
Yeah.
It's getting an offensive rebound, and the Phoenix Mercury are not good at offensive rebounding for the most part. But the bright spot we do have is Mac, but she's capable of creating her own shot too. You know, she's capable of being 10 feet away and doing a turnaround and hitting it. And she was during that game. And I really didn't think they were going to win that game, but they got ahead at the end by 5 or 6. And then it got tight in the last couple minutes like it has, and where they've kind of given up the ghost. They didn't do that this time. So, hey, 3-7 now, but we're 10 games into the season. We're not another game, and we're a quarter of the way done with the season already. And it doesn't feel like we've been to very many games yet. And then there's not another home game for us until like the 12th or 13th or something.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's gonna be a rough road for them, but you know, crazier shit's happen, I suppose.
Yeah, Portland is no team to sleep on. The Valkyries certainly not. The Wings, and then the Spark again. I mean, Los Angeles is got a good team. We've seen them come already this year. This will be their second trip to Phoenix.
You got the Aces after that too.
Yeah, dude.
Good luck.
Well, but we beat this one of our 3 wins.
Oh yeah, true. That's right.
Right at the beginning of the season, we were getting that hope.
Yep.
Seeing that. So, I just wanted to share that. Last night, I watched yesterday I did watch another game that I think was a Wednesday game, or maybe it was an earlier Thursday night game. I knew the results, but I watch it anyway. It's kind of another New York game, and New York is just solid as fucking they're just really, really solid.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like that. So they've been fun to watch too. Um, oh, NBA. Holy fucking shit. The
Yeah.
Knicks, dude. The Knicks. Brunson, already the lead. I would say he's if things continue like this, right? I would think he's, at least if the Knicks win, he's going to be your MVP of the series. He
Yeah.
definitely, that's his team. He's made it his team. It's been fun to watch him develop over the last few years and, get closer each year and then finally make it this year.
Yeah.
That I thought was really cool. Wemby is right up there at the top where really the league hasn't been like this in a while, where it's actually big man dominated right now.
Yeah.
Really, when you consider everybody, when you consider, Luka, and you start throwing everybody in, and
Well, even with the Knicks, you have Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, he's played well for him, as zesty as he is.
yeah, but he's no, Wemby or
No, he's not.
Who's the guy that got the block where that
But he's-
everyone's been like repeating that for when it was Spurs versus OKC?
Luke Cornett.
Cornett with the block.
Yeah. Well,
But he has been like rebounding like a madman, man.
Yeah.
He's been a little bit of Rodman,
yeah.
kind of in there for me.
I
is what
think
that looks like.
I think the experience of the Knicks have not necessarily being in the finals, but they have that playoff experience, whether it's with this team or other teams. You really, I think you saw that in that fourth quarter of that first game one,
Yeah.
because like the
And the
Spurs,
Knicks have shown throughout the playoff that they can be down by double digits,
Yeah.
significant double digits.
Yeah.
14, 17, and make a run and win the game.
27.
That doesn't bother them
Yeah, that's what
because
I'm
they've
saying,
done
like,
it.
That's where I think
That's
that
kinda
experience comes
crazy.
into play. The
Yeah.
Spurs just don't. They're too young. They don't have that yet. They're
That
getting
killer,
it.
you got to have that killer instinct.
Yeah, that and just like having
That's
been
up
there
to
before.
Wemby to display, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's for him to put the team on his shoulders and make that happen. And
I just
I think he can. I think it's going to be a great series. It started out great. I think it's going to be a great series. Not as great as the fucking hockey playoffs overall. No matter what happens, I don't think it's. Can you say that the NBA playoffs are as good as what the NHL playoffs have been this year? But I went to the casino last night. Where Dawn and I went and met a friend out there. My friend Barry, and so we were playing a little baccarat and stuff. But interesting, it's weird. I can't set my glasses in front of me on the table, but I can have my phone on the table. And I had the game on. Even the pit boss was coming over and looking and watching the game on my
That is weird.
phone.
Why couldn't you have your glasses?
I don't know. It's some dealers. I think it's a rule. Some dealers enforce it. Some dealers don't. And then somebody said, well, it's probably because of meta glasses. Well, first of all, meta glasses you would be wearing.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I put my readers on, they don't tell me to take them off.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah, it's
know
not like they
why.
have X-ray vision or some shit. That's what, I was
No,
gonna say make
it doesn't-
reflections, but
there's
that
not-
doesn't
I don't
make
know.
sense.
It doesn't. There's no. I don't know what kind of edge you can be getting using that, or what kind of tricks people have played to get an edge and use their glasses. I don't know.
The whole when the NBA scandal thing was going around, weren't they using some sort of glasses to kind of
have
like
no
cheat or something like
idea.
that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I remember something
But that
about
might
that.
be somebody wearing the glasses, though, or somebody behind them wearing the glasses and can see things or something, depending on what they're playing. The only time you get the cards in Baccarat is if your bet is the highest and for player, and there's somebody else who bets on banker, they get the cards. Whoever bets the most on that gets to flip over the cards. Now, I just flip them over. Other people do this whole trick where they try to see how many sides it has and they peel it really slow, which is really fucking annoying. But it is part of the game sometimes, and it is what it is. But yeah, I was watching the hockey game because we were listening to, or we actually had it on in the car, in the vet on our way to the game or to the casino, watching the game, and it was 2-0 going into the third, and it didn't look good for Carolina.
Yeah.
And Vegas getting a second game, being up 2-0 and going back to Vegas.
Hell yeah.
That
huge.
was not a good look.
Or would have been huge.
Would have been huge.
Yeah.
And so then it just all of a sudden, boom, boom, scores like and the one dealer that was sitting there, she was a Flyers fan.
Mhm.
So she was interested in what was going on. So I was keeping her up to date as we were going. And then to see the 2-2, then 3-2, Carolina's going to take it. Then gets tied up near the end, and then Carolina in overtime. Just phenomenal. Just so fucking good.
Yeah, I think it was Seth Jarvis that buried it for the game winner, who's like been one of their best players for the last 3, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it may be. So it's only fitting that, your star players show up during star moments.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to again, I want to see a good series. I
Mhm.
want to see a good series, regardless of who wins. I'd like to see Carolina win, but I'm not going to be upset if Vegas wins. I'd like to see Carolina win, but either way, I want to see a good series, and it filled the bill so far.
Yeah, for sure.
5-4 and then 4-3 in overtime. It's been a great Stanley Cup so far.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I think the
that's all
NHL
good.
should be proud of the product they put out.
I think so too.
Mhm.
Except for our dude. Did you see what
Oh,
our dude was wearing again?
No, I actually did
What's
not
his
see
name? What was
PK
his name?
Subban.
PK Subban. I think I have a picture. I could send it to you. There it is. I don't even have to send it to you. Somebody else posted it
Already
on.
posted it. Let's
Dude,
see.
remember that green thing he wore?
Yeah, the couch material.
The couch material? This is the same thing. This
Just
looks
red.
like thick curtain material. And what you're not seeing in this picture is the pants are matching.
Oh.
He's wearing matching pants, man. I don't know what the fuck that is.
All right.
I do know this. I will say this, okay? And I probably shouldn't say this, but white men who don't often have a lot of style, okay? But white dude would never do that.
Yeah, I
You,
mean,
you don't see white men in matching material shorts and shirts and stuff. Like the
Yeah.
little things that go together. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
absolutely.
I can name one white man.
John Daly,
I was gonna say Post Malone.
Post Malone. Yeah, he's rock star, so that makes more sense. I will say I have not.
Yeah,
been
that's like totally not a white man thing.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, man. I was in retail. I know who we were selling that shit to, and it was not white dudes.
I didn't
ever.
hate that. I didn't hate that outfit though.
How did you not hate that outfit?
I haven't agreed with a lot of them, but I didn't hate that one.
Because you couldn't see the pants.
Maybe
if
that
you
would
see
make
it
a
with
difference.
matching pants, you realize how just it's how terrible it is. It's just terrible, man.
I guess I'll have to see the full.
But
outfit.
everything is terrible now. Okay, everything is terrible. You see, I got some new Kobe's on today.
Nice.
Pretty badass.
Yeah,
Kind of
absolutely.
nice, right?
Mhm.
But look at me. Everything goes together.
Yeah.
They don't even do that in the NBA now or the WNBA.
Yeah.
That their shoes could be light blue and their uniforms could be green and yellow. I mean, they don't match very often now.
Yeah.
They just wear whatever shoes.
It's about
because
standing out.
That's like
Yeah.
that's like a style thing now.
Yeah. It's
And the white guys do that, though. I will say that the white guys do that.
oh yeah.
They all do.
yeah.
It's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Where me, I just can't get past it. Like that's why I have 300 hats and 300 pairs of shoes. I always got something that's gonna fucking go together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
something
don't know.
that kinda,
I'm old.
that's something that started
I'm
with like
old.
our generation. Really, is like sticking out style wise, like not fitting in. Like I don't think there's an issue with matching, but that's like what some people's idea is. Like the more you stick out, the cooler it looks, I guess. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it looks okay. Sometimes it goes
It's
horribly
cool
wrong.
to not look cool.
It's
kind of a thing?
Well, they were all started with the streetwear. Streetwear became super popular, like the New York fashion, like the big
Yeah.
puffy, very loose kind of fitting and everything
Yeah.
like that. And then people kind of got bored from the big puffies and started winning over to like color. Like everything nowadays is very colorful, very
Yeah.
bright, very in your face.
And you and I have talked about it before, where you clued me in on the current style being like no style. Like you look like you pulled your pants out of the clothes hamper. You know, and shit.
Thankfully, that style's kind of wearing off a little bit more.
I wish it would,
but
because that is terrible, man.
You still see those like weird, like in my opinion, I never really understood why, but like the shirts that came like with holes in them already and like all this. Like I get fashion's a particular thing, but I never understood that. I did want to show you this because
please.
My favorite thing about we're gonna go back to the Spurs and Knicks.
Okay,
my favorite thing about all of this right now is New York fans in New York. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen these videos before, because this has happened in the past. I mean, New York loves to
talk shit.
Sure.
They love to talk their shit.
Of course, they're New Yorkers and they're loud.
So I'd really like to show you this video just because. So in my head, right, I have New York winning. I want the Spurs to win, but in my head, I have New York winning in New York, and this is the type of content that I'm waiting to see. Because I know we were talking about the whole in France after PSG won and all their fans in the streets kind of like causing chaos and stuff like that. That's exactly what I picture New York happening, if not worse, once New York wins. But I did want to show you this.
I hope they just celebrate and don't burn anything.
They're gonna be. I'm pretty sure one of the people in this video says New York is gonna burn to the ground if they win. So I just want to show you. I want to show you this video, and then you give me your thoughts on the New York fans. This is after their Game 1 win in in San Antonio.
You all are watching the energy here outside, here in Summer Stage in Central Park. And I don't need to spell it out for you. You can hear it yourselves. Fans here excited. How are we feeling?
Well, what? Amazing, man.
They've only given up one, right?
On us.
Yeah.
He can't do nothing. We here, Brunson. We here for you, baby.
There you go. All the fans.
I mean, in the whole playoffs, they only have one loss.
Yeah, they pretty much swept everybody. Yeah.
Sending it back to you all in the studio, okay, Ingram?
Yeah, no, that's cool. I hope they celebrate like that. Like I said, I hope everybody's happy.
I pulled the wrong video. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was not the one I was aiming for. I know Mike knows which I'm talking about.
I know because they do it every time. Like even in round 1 when they were playing against the Hawks, they were doing this type of shit, talking about Trey Young and like his looks and shit like that, and just in their New York accent, like just talking mad shit. Yeah.
Well,
funny though.
You know what I can't imagine, though? I can't imagine it happening in San Antonio. You just don't think of San Antonio as that kind of
no. I mean, they'll be hyped, but
state.
They're used to it though as well. I mean, they had a dynasty run already, so like the culture would be different. Like I think it was 1972 the last time the Knicks won a fucking New York finals.
It's been a while.
Like that's a long ass fucking time.
And they've been close.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, they've been close.
You could thank Michael Jordan for keeping them from a title.
Yeah, and so
and then Hakeem.
Yeah, well, even more like modern day, like they just get Tyrese Halliburton when he hit that shot in New York, that fucking broke all of the whole city. Like they've experienced heartbreak after heartbreak, and honestly, fuck them, I don't care. But
Spider-Man inciting the crowd, huh?
Yeah, that's a big thing in New York. Spider-Man in New York, like there's always somebody fucking dressed as Spider-Man, and every
last year he was hanging off of the light post or whatever.
Yeah, like he was. Yeah, they're always on some wild shit.
I'll have it ready for the next time because I'm sure there'll be some more.
We're only at we only just finished game 1, so you definitely have a minute to find the other video. So, but yeah, we'll see.
I'll show it to you after the stream.
We'll see that for sure. In football, it happened right after we got off the air on Monday. About we just didn't see it. We were into the show, and it happened at the end of the show, and we didn't see it until after. And that's Myles Garrett being traded from the Browns to the Rams. I posted about it on my page. I was supposed to put my opinion in the comments. Of course, I did not do that yet, but I will. I'll go back and do that. There's a lot of being a Steeler fan and being from Toledo. I know a lot of Browns fans, and my take kind of changed a little bit. I didn't think it was that great for Cleveland. I totally understand Myles Garrett not wanting to be there and being at that point in his career where it's kind of, I either go now or I shut the fuck up and just play out my career here. And either way, he's going to finish, and when he does finish 5 years later, he is going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's almost done enough right now that if he retired, I think he could still maybe get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, he broke the sack record. So like,
well, and I think what is it, 3-time?
Yeah, defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I think it should have only been twice, but I'm biased.
Yeah, I know you wanted TJ Watt.
The numbers kind of supported TJ Watt in that one, but when you're talking the difference between the top 3 or 4 is not that great.
Yeah,
but he is a great player, is a Hall of Fame player, and here's the thing: Verse is good.
Well, yeah, he's 25 years old.
25 years old. He's even younger. It just fits where the Browns are at right now because the Browns are not in a place where they're likely to contend, for the next 2 years. I mean,
you're being generous
if they even make the playoffs in the next 2 years, just making the playoffs would be huge. They're not going anywhere.
No,
that's not happening.
Well, here's the thing too. It's like
it's down the road.
The Haslams, the owners of the Browns, they're real buddy with the Manning family. So it just makes sense that they're getting rid of their best player when Arch Manning is going to be coming up for the draft, and they get these extra. Because initially I was like, my biggest issue with the trade was it was about 3 years too late. They should have done it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
B is how late these firsts are going to be, but if you really think about it, they're going to have a top 5 pick already, so they can use that plus the picks they got from Myles Garrett to leverage if they need to get in that 1 or 2 spot to get an Arch Manning or a Dante
Well, here's
Moore.
a couple of things. One, the Rams have wanted Myles Garrett for a few years now. That's been a thing. So they wanted him. The Browns weren't ready to part with him yet. Then you have in the recent GM meetings here in Phoenix, where they wanted to change a rule that I think you can only trade picks up to 3 years out. And the Browns wanted to change it and really fuck up their future by being able to trade picks as far out. So being able to trade your number 1 4 years from now, that didn't pass. But it doesn't mean it couldn't in the future. And especially with what you want to see, something like that happening could, is probably what they would need to be able to do that. But, the Deshaun Watson trade is going to go down as the worst trade ever in the NFL history.
Covered for the Broncos.
The worst.
Whew. The Broncos was right behind that one, and thank God they fucked that up even
Totally
worse.
Horrible. Totally fucked them. They fucked the whole NFL by doing it and for the first time doing fully guaranteed money for the whole fucking thing. And they've gotten nothing out of it. When he's played, he's been mediocre when he's played. And I think it would be absolutely stupid to start him this year. But because look, what if you start him and what if they ended up with a 9-8 record?
Yeah.
Then what do you do with him next year?
I mean,
is he going to be your guy then? And then you're going to have to pay him again?
Well, you got to pay him no matter what.
Or are you going to let him go and somebody else can pay him?
Probably let him go if I had to guess. I'm going to be.
But now you really want somebody to take him. Nobody's taking him this year or knocking on the door. Or
I think if
maybe somebody would during the middle of the season if somebody went down. If you're not starting him. You know what I mean?
I think if he even shows like somewhat of like, I'm not going to say a comeback, but he looks like he can be a competent quarterback again, I think he will get traded for sure because his stock isn't going to be higher than it would be at that point. It was already at its highest.
I don't know.
I just don't. I could see them moving on from him.
But that's the reason for this trade because of the money and to free up the money because they're not going anywhere right now and to rebuild the team. this is what they needed to do, and this resets the team. It sucks for the fans because he was the bright spot on the team, but is it worth losing all the time? The guy's not going to score, many touchdowns for you. He might get one defensive touchdown for you. That could happen.
Yeah.
But but he's not going to win games for you on the offensive side.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's just not a thing. So,
I mean, they had one of the best defenses like a couple years ago, and it was all for naught because they couldn't fucking score.
And they had a good defensive coach that they didn't make the head coach.
Yeah.
Which was Jim Schwartz, who left as soon as.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't he?
I don't even know who. Do you even know? Like, what is their current coach even done?
Todd Monken?
Yeah.
He has been an offensive coordinator in the league for a while. He was with the Ravens beforehand. He's been in the league for a long time.
Yeah. I don't know.
I like him. He's the no nonsense dude. Like, he came out the other day and was like, the quarterbacks, they all fucking suck today. It was horrible.
I did see that.
He was like, basically paraphrasing, he was like, if this is what we got moving forward, we are fucked. And honestly, I like a coach that's brutally honest like that sometimes, especially when you're trying to change an entire culture.
Yeah.
You have to be.
So, on that trade, it might work out to be best for everybody, but it definitely works for the Rams.
Well, yeah.
It puts the Rams all in.
Yep.
Right now, this year, you have Stafford back, who was just your MVP. But at 38, he's about done with the MVP thing.
Yeah, he's on his way out for sure.
Yeah. And I think that actually the Ty Simpson thing and doing that, now I think that was really smart too, in developing him and tell him, look, you're not the quarterback for 3 years, but you stay here and develop. We want to develop you into the guy that takes over when Stafford leaves and not end up like the Pittsburgh Steelers caught on their heels, where we've struggled every fucking year with being just above mediocre. That's what we are. 10-7, 9-8 or whatever, just being barely above 500 since Ben Roethlisberger left. And we did not have his replacement on the roster, and we haven't done a good job of finding his replacement. Well, and we got a placeholder now, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with Rodgers. But strategy-wise, I think the Rams' strategy's pretty fucking good. That's a pretty well-run organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's rumblings, too, that the Ty Simpson thing might be a precursor to rumors that have been going on the last couple of years. Since Joe Burrow started talking like he wasn't happy, his name was immediately linked with Sean McVay and the Rams as a trade candidate. And they think that a lot of people are discussing the possibility that this Ty Simpson pick was more or less to be used as ammo for a potential Joe Burrow trade a couple years from now. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, but I thought it was pretty interesting that, that all of
people come up with all kinds of crazy concepts, but that's not a bad one.
I mean, a couple of years ago, people were saying the same thing about Myles Garrett being traded to the Rams and how they were linked together. And here we are 3 years later.
Yeah.
Here he is. I can't say for certain, but it's interesting.
Yeah. I don't think Seattle's going to fall way off, but the division's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And with the 49ers, I think the 49ers are still going to be right there in the mix.
As long as those electrical substations aren't causing all the injuries.
This makes you, I mean, I don't know how much they moved up in Vegas in the odds of winning the Super Bowl, but I guarantee that Myles Garrett moved them up. And if you wanted to bet on the Rams to win the Super Bowl, your best bet was to do that before this trade was announced. That was going to be your best money.
Yeah.
Because it's less money now. I promise you.
Absolutely.
It is. And then I think it's kind of cool. He didn't play last year. He'd been playing flag football, right?
Doing pretty well, actually. It was pretty cool watching him.
And not many, the NFL players are, some in general, the national men's flag football team, they're pretty badass at what they do. And it's not just an easy crossover as you think it would be into the flag football. But yeah, he was doing that, but he's back with the Giants signing. I think that's smart for the Giants. I think the Giants can make some noise this year.
They could, yeah. I'm not 100% sold just because it's a whole new regime change. Like, there's going to be a lot of first times and like a lot of news for everybody, and then obviously rookies that were coming in. Scat's going to have to get his feet back under him. Like,
yeah, but if he's healthy, Drake, Odell Beckham as a third wide receiver, even at this point late in his career, I'd take him.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hurt my
for
feelings.
a vet minimum, which is probably
for
what
a
they
vet,
fucking
yeah, and
signed him for.
But to be a vet and to have that vet experience in the locker room, to work with the other guys, if that's worked out between them, that hey, this is what we need you to do. We'll bring you back in, but this is what we need you to do.
Yeah.
And be a leader in the locker room in that way. And yeah,
that was the one question, because hasn't Beckham had a reputation of not being the best locker room person?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's been emotional for sure. He's always been an emotional type of player, which is, you take that with the good with the bad, though. That's the thing.
Like your best wide receivers though are always. How good is your wide receiver gonna be if he doesn't have a little bit of diva in him?
Yeah,
most name a number one wide receiver that's really, really good that doesn't have a little bit of diva in him.
Yeah,
Pickens did. CeeDee Lamb does. I mean, you just go through the fucking A.J. Brown does. They all have a little bit of diva in them.
Yeah, Michael Irvin at the time, like back in the day.
Fuck
like
yes,
Deion Sanders, like that's just how it is. That comes with the territory of being the best.
D-backs, but yeah.
Well, he was a receiver as well, and kick returner.
Sometimes.
But it's like that's pretty much what comes with the territory of it, is that your best players are going to have a bit of an ego to them. And that's kind of what got him to that place in the first place.
Exactly.
So, like I said, you just got to take it, the good with the bad sometimes. Yeah. Now, when there's more bad than good, that's when you kind of fucking start parting your ways. But
which is what's happened with the Steelers, and like perennially, like we're doing this one after another. We're finding, good talent, but I mean, and we're not going to get into the 49ers wide receiver.
Mike Evans or Brandon Ayuk?
Brandon Ayuk. We're not going to get into that, but that is another example of somebody who's had talent that then gets hurt and just, I don't know, they're going off the deep end mentally. They besides being divas, another thing about, your really good wide receivers, if some of them, it just seems they go mental.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I mean, he fucked himself out of $100 million. So, I mean, he'll look back on that and just like, why didn't I just fucking just play football? Like, I don't know why you would risk that, but I'm not him.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So I think that kind of does it for our sports, right? No, it doesn't.
Which one now?
The story of I really got into reading this yesterday, and I really thought it was interesting. So I do want to spend a couple minutes on it. Is everything going on with San Jose State University, and that they had a player on the San Jose State team that it seems like they actually recruited. Okay, so they recruited a transgender player. And then they, in these emails that have now been obtained in communications between everyone, that they kind of made the decision, and I think it's really shitty. They made the decision to, at first, not tell the players that the girl in your locker room has got a dick. You know what I mean? Isn't that kind of crazy?
How long did it take them to figure out?
I think it took a minute.
Shout out to that surgeon then.
Well, I don't think it's because they cut it. I still think he's got his dick.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then, there's lawsuits going on between them and the State Department of Education.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is like, look, you guys are not following Title IX. And instead of settling, they're continuing to fight it.
Great.
Yeah. And not everybody was for this, because there's different names mentioned in this. So it was really interesting to read, but also from the girls' perspective and stuff, to not be informed, and then how they were treated. And I guess the assistant coach is also gay. So the assistant coach really pushed for this stuff. And then there's even accusations that, and there was an investigation, even though it, came to prove nothing. There was an investigation of whether this transgender player colluded with a member of the team they were playing to try to injure and hit one of the girls with the ball, because some of these girls, this was not their thing. The other thing about is I don't care that it may be only 10, 15 athletes across the country. That is a spot because you're only given so many scholarship positions in any sport. That's a scholarship that a girl didn't get that deserved it. Because the guy wasn't good enough to play on the guys' team and couldn't just be like transgender and go get an education. Be transgender, go get an education. Doesn't mean you should be allowed to play sports and take positions away from real women. And I'm never going to buy into this, that transgender women are real women. That is not a thing. You can't. They're also changing. This is happening in New York now too, where New York, there is a proposal in the legislature in New York that they want to get rid of, like in the official documents in government and how they say, get rid of mother and father.
What do you mean get rid of mother?
You can't call a mom, and you can't call a dad a dad.
They can suck my dick sideways. What the fuck?
Who says that?
Yeah, what the hell?
You have to use like you have to use the words gestating parent and non-gestating parent.
I'd like to punch that person in the
And
face. Whoever came up with
gestating
this.
parent obviously is the mother.
I get.
Is that?
It is.
It
Oh,
is.
I
That's
don't
what
know. I
gestation
don't know.
means.
I have no fucking idea
Gestation,
what the
that's
fuck-
the
I was
word,
like,
It's confusing.
for being pregnant and
This is so
the
confusing.
gestation period. That's what it's for.
All of this
I
is so fucking confusing. I don't like when you said the gestating period. I'm like, is that mom, dad?
let me
Like,
ask
where
you,
we
how-
at?
That was my initial thought. I was like, who's who?
how did you feel when you first found out you were a cis male?
I don't know. I don't know. That's
Is
the thing.
this the first time you're finding out that you're a cis male?
Yeah, I guess. So, how's it feel? I feel the same I did before.
What about you, Leo? Have you ever heard that before?
I've
Yeah,
heard
that's
of it, but I mean,
yeah,
I never really cared to.
It just means
look into it.
it just means you're a
Just
straight man.
Yeah,
That's
straight
it.
guy.
But it sounds fucked up though, doesn't it?
Yeah, derogatory. How dare you?
Just call me straight, man. Just the whole cis thing.
I don't even give
That-
a fuck. Just
that-
call me my name, dog.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck
Yeah,
cares?
Cis is like, what the fuck, man?
What you call
No.
me?
Well, this is so back.
Yeah,
This
right?
is so ass backwards. Like common sense is just gone. It's gone. Like why the fuck would anybody have an issue with calling a mom and a dad a dad? Why can't we? You can call your parents gestating blah blah blah, but why can't? Why is it? Why do we have to change everything?
Dude, and the idea that they're focusing on that and proposing legislation, what the fuck, man? There's not other shit that needs to be done in your state.
Yep.
There's not. So you're telling me there's fraud in California, there's fraud in Minnesota, there's a shit ton of fraud in Ohio.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've seen that over the last few days.
Yeah.
Coming out, but a shit ton of fraud in Ohio.
Yep.
But there's no fraud in New York you can focus on.
It definitely is. 100%.
There's none?
There is 100% fraud there. They just are just
You have a housing problem in
looking the
New
other
York
way.
City that shouldn't be just a New York City problem. It should be a New York State problem as well,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
You would think, but
and you just bailed out New York City. This motherfucker did not balance the budget. Zoran Mamdani is not some fucking genius. Okay, he moved a couple of chess pieces. And how do you actually feel, you middle class, blue collar, or just regular workers that work for the city? Maybe you work in garbage, or maybe you work in the street department or sewer department, all these different departments they have. And to know that your pension, which really is underwater now, that the money that the city was supposed to put aside for you,
Mhm.
they're putting off 8 or 10 years into the future and not doing it now. And that's how they got part of the $12 billion. That's how they got about $4 billion to balance the budget, was by deciding to fuck over regular New Yorkers, not rich people, regular New Yorkers, by fucking with their pensions. Okay, where are the unions on that? Why aren't you standing up for your workers and allowing the city to do this? Oh, I know, because you're the ones that funded the people that is the current mayor, and you funded the people that are on the city council. That's it. That's why you're not doing things. So you're choosing politicians over representing the people that are fucking giving you their dues.
Yeah.
Right? That's my take on it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that's my
much
take.
it. Yeah.
I think that's just absolutely crazy that they don't have something else to fucking work on. Oh, and then besides that, mommy governor also gave you $8 billion to cover it as well. So, and you raised some other fees that, not taxes. You didn't raise taxes, but you did raise a bunch of fees that are going to matter and hit more in people who are middle class and lower than anybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to hit them. You raise those fees. So, but yeah, now on X, you're a genius. You balance the budget. Oh, see what this communist can do. You people are fucking idiots.
We saw what communism does. We already saw that book.
Yeah, and we're just going to lead that into Spencer Pratt, because Spencer Pratt is the outsider in the race in L.A., and the idea that, at first, what we saw on election night was that it was very close between 1 and 2, with Karen Bass leading by just a little bit. And there was a little bit of a gap between him and Rahman, the real communist, the one that like literally tells you she's a communist. I remember, communists have been in the closet for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ones who are revealing themselves today now. Are communists. They're coming out of the closet, and you have to ask yourself, why do they feel comfortable coming out of the closet now? Why do they feel that? It's because we're fucking up capitalism with crony capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And then you get this, and real capitalism works, but crony capitalism pisses everybody off. And then you get this, you get these people coming out of the woodwork now that don't mind admitting that hey, communism, let's use that model that has never worked anywhere at any time. Not even for China. Anybody who understands China knows that China used capitalist principles and things to change their economy to make it much stronger than it was. That's where that came from. But back to LA. So now I hear this morning, okay, we all heard it's going to take 2-3 weeks to count the vote in LA. This is a fucking city. Now I realize it's a big city, it's a big county, but Jesus fucking Christ. Okay? You're taking longer for a city to count its votes than little shithole countries that have dictators. Okay, you're taking longer, okay?
Yeah.
This is nuts that it takes this long, and then their rules are crazy. There's 15 states that don't require voter ID. 15, which is nuts because over 70% of Democrats support it, voter ID, and it's right around 90% of Republicans, and together, of all people, no matter party, it's over 80%. This is something the people want, kind of like term limits that we're not getting. Things that people want, we want voter ID and we want term limits. But term limits are rarely talked about anymore. But we are talking about, this, about, having a voter ID. Now we find out today that some votes come in, mail-in votes that get added to the totals, a group of 24,000 from some area, wherever they came from. Not a single fucking vote was marked for Spencer Pratt. And you're telling me a guy who was pretty close to almost 30% after the first night, you're telling me that this guy, like that none of his voters wanted to vote by mail? That all his voters just wanted to show up? He doesn't have that. I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. And I don't believe that you can have a situation like this where every single, it happened, we've seen this happen before. We've seen this happen before where a group of ballots come in and not one of them is for, in their mail-in ballots, not one of them is for the other side, or in the case that we're talking about, the president. But now we're seeing it in LA. Nobody's going to trust the results of this election. If it doesn't end up Bass and Spencer Pratt for the runoff, I really want to see what the reaction is going to be. If there's going to be, if there's going to be even be a reaction. Because if it was reverse, they would react.
Yeah.
They'd burn the city.
Absolutely.
They'd burn the city.
But we wouldn't stoop that low. See, that's the difference there. We wouldn't stoop that low. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm with you. The fact that it's 24,000, not a single one was for Spencer Pratt. Like, even if it was only like 1,000 for Spencer Pratt, like, I'd still be kind of skeptical. But that's way more believable than zero. Like,
zero is not a believable number, dude.
The amount of marketing he's done, the amount of shit he, like, on social media, the traction that he's gained, like all the viral videos that he's done. Like, there's no way that 20 out of 24,000 votes, nobody could want to vote for him. Like you said, it's not everybody's showing up to the ballot to vote. Like, some people, like, even I'm sure there's some disabled people that want to vote Spencer Pratt and they can't, and they choose to do mail-in ballots. But who knows? Maybe that's part of the fucking ballots that we'll see a year from now that are fucking lost in the ether and somehow just came to light all of a sudden. Like, that's what I feel like is going to happen, unfortunately. Like, these
questions got to be answered. I mean, I don't know if we're seeing that anything like this in any of the other states right now. It just seems to be California.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know about the governor's race right now at the moment. I've been busy. I have a real life too, but what I did see and did look into was this on the Spencer Pratt, because I thought that we had a much better chance of him potentially winning the race for mayor than Republicans getting the governorship,
Yeah.
I just thought there was a better chance between the two. But
make California great again.
It just shows you how fucked up California is.
Yeah.
And yet the people you fucking people in California, you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what you deserve. And this is just going to cause an even bigger outflow of people that, they want change. People are upset, especially because of the fires and how they were handled and the resulting now that not getting the homes rebuilt and things like that people are just going to say, fuck it. Why do I need to stay here and struggle? I can build a multi-million-dollar home somewhere else.
I mean, that's already the case. I mean, Arizona, like, working at the bank, that was the number one complaint I heard was these goddamn Californians coming down, buying all these houses for a fuck ton of money because it's way cheaper than what's in California.
Sure.
And that's a huge issue is during that whole, like,
$1 million
crisis.
house. The $1 million house here is $3.5 million in California.
Significantly
Same
cheaper. Significantly. So, of course, and I'm going to be honest, I've only had a couple interactions with one true Californian. He pulled up into his Tesla and everything. And he, dude, you know how you walk into a business, you need their services, so you're willing to work on their schedule. He wanted to talk to a banker. And so the banker was like, sure, like, what works best for you? Maybe I can find some time on my calendar. This dude fucking flips him his card and is like, call me. And he's like, basically, like, just like, oh, I don't know. Just call me and we'll figure something out. And the banker's like, the fuck? No. Like, this is not how this doesn't work this way. You came to us because you need help. You have to schedule with me. Like, I'm not going to fucking call you and be like, hey, man, is this work time? Or how about tomorrow at this or that? No. Like, you walk in there and you schedule an appointment and you're out with an appointment, not just flipping a card at somebody and be like, oh, no, call me. Like that's like the most rudest shit I had ever seen, and that was my first taste of like what people were talking about with the typical Californians. And I was like, well, if there's more of you like this, no wonder everybody fucking hates you guys.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But this is really, really fucking crazy, man. I really don't understand, like, why we can't get a hold of this fucking shit. And the Republicans, that we got a handful of Republicans that just want to, have been voted out, that are still in service now, or that are retiring, that are just hate Trump so much that they're fucking all Republicans because of that. And Mitch McConnell is one, you know, and there are some others. I even saw this, dude. Rashid Talabi. Isn't that how you say your name?
I have no idea I don't even know who we're talking about here.
In the House.
Oh.
She actually, this is why we hate Massey. Because a lot of people stood up for Thomas Massey, and he lost in his primary, Tlaib. So Rashida Tlaib, they've been voting both in the Senate and in the House. They've been the Democrats have been putting up resolutions to try to take the power from the president on whether or not the war can continue with Iran, right? And pretty much it's gone nowhere. And ultimately, even if it did pass, it's not going to pass by a large enough margin that Trump could just veto it, and there's not enough to override a veto. Yeah. Okay. But she put forth a specific proposal. And in that proposal, they're talking about Lebanon and Hezbollah, and they don't even mention them in the fucking bill. And Thomas Massey votes to support her. Thomas Massey when Thomas Massey or any Republican is voting with Rashida Tlaib, you got some fucked up shit going on. And that's why, dude, that's why people don't like you. Because, you know, being somebody who wants smaller government and things like that, and standing on your principles about smaller government, and when we spend money, we should find it somewhere else to take it from or cut somewhere else. I get all that. I support that shit. But when we need you on certain things like this, you may be against the war in Iran, but when we're talking specifically that you're talking about a resolution that is going to affect how we deal with and handle Hezbollah and Lebanon, and you don't include them in the fucking legislation, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up if you're a Republican. And that's exactly what he did. And so that's the kind of stuff, if you follow me sometimes, you know, the guys are doing a really great job now. We're getting much more content out and clips and, you know, from the show and everything. And I really love this. And you know what's really cool is we might only be getting 400 views, 1,000 views, or whatever it is, but there's a big difference in how people are communicating with us. If you look at the comments on, like, especially my Facebook and shit, do you see how long of a comment some people are writing?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Regularly. They're truly engaging with each other, not just me.
Not just calling you a fag or something like that.
No.
Yeah,
but they're mostly my people anyways. But just that they're engaging and how much time they're putting into thought into the comment versus, just calling somebody a name or making a one-sentence comment or whatever it is. They're actually putting some real thought into the comments, and I really appreciate that. I think that's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, the name calling is reserved to TikTok, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then for, again, for me, I post other shit, as well, and adding to that and different stories and some of the stuff like this. So, if you're not following me on other social media, make sure you check that out. Definitely want you there and want you to do that. Last part I still don't know what to think. Another day, another 2 days have passed. We talked about it Wednesday. Now we're to Friday. I don't know where we're at with the war in Iran. I really don't. The latest that was dropped was that there is going to be no resolution or end unless the fighting in Lebanon ends between Israel and Hezbollah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's we have our red lines. They apparently have their red lines. I've said what I needed to say about this, which is and I'm not the only one. I've found out that there are others like me that believe we should just finish this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Stop dicking around with these guys. Finish the motherfucking war, and do whatever you have to do to fucking win. To win. Stop telling me that their Navy is obliterated and shit. I don't want to hear that shit no more. Flatten the motherfucking country. Or the one thing you threatened to do was to go into Karg Island and take that over and take the fucking oil, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fucking do it, man. And I don't really want troops. If there's troops on Karg Island to help, take it small thing, I think that, that's kind of acceptable. But we don't want mass troops in there. You can do it from the air. We have all this expensive shit that tax dollars have paid for that we let Israel use, that we send to Ukraine, and Ukraine gets to use on Russia. We should be using that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck those motherfuckers. We should be using our own shit and finish this shit off,
Yeah.
Blow up a few bridges, take some of the buildings. You know what? You took down 50 of their top people. Okay, when you were done with that, in the month following, you telling me you haven't been working on taking down the next 50 that replaced them?
Yeah.
where's the CIA and where these
all that
guys
shit
that do all this
overthrow-
shit?
Yeah.
I thought they are the ones that always did regime change.
Yeah, well, yeah, they
I don't know.
They definitely do. I think it's just like you said, that we had them right on the cusp, and then just giving them time, just even a week.
We took our foot off their fucking neck.
And that gave them just enough time to fucking repopulate like the rats they are, and fucking it's just the same thing. I really thought that when the first Kamani died, whatever the fuck his name is, I thought when he died, Kamini, I thought that was like a true opportunity for them to have like a whole new way of life there, like a true democracy, like everything. Nope, literally like a week later, it's back to the same old shit.
Yeah.
A week later, I was like, well, it was nice for a week to think, I guess.
Because to me, if we don't do that, this whole thing was a waste.
Yeah,
it was just
will
a waste.
Be. Yeah, it will be if they don't. If there's not a satisfactory resolution.
And then did you hear that, in getting the enriched uranium, that, either we're going to get it or China's going to get it or we're both going to get it? What are we going to share? Why is China involved in getting the uranium?
I don't know.
Why would we? What are we doing making a deal with them and giving them some of Iran's uranium?
That's a good
that
question.
we want.
Not too sure why.
I don't know. I just saw that, and I don't understand why that would be a thing. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I actually was not aware of that, so I really don't know what.
That doesn't seem like cool.
No,
that doesn't seem like a cool idea to me.
I'd agree. I wouldn't.
Yeah, see, here you go. He pulled it up.
Only U.S. and China can retrieve enriched uranium from Iran's obliterated nuclear sites, Trump says. Huh.
Why? Do we need help getting to it? We really need help?
I don't. Yeah.
With all the fucking equipment that we have, we can't load up some ships and send some equipment and dig some shit out. I mean, we did build years and years ago. We used to build shit.
Yeah.
Okay, like serious shit. We built the Hoover Dam, for God's sakes. We built some cool shit in this country at one time.
Yeah.
We should be able to handle this.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just as shocked as you are. I don't understand. You would imagine the United States would be like, we're going to be the ones that can get the uranium, not China. Like, sorry, but we're going after it, not you. I don't know. Is
Trump using this as an incentive to give to China to help them put pressure on Iran to end the war? I don't know. But like, on the one hand, you have Trump saying all this shit all the time, but yet we don't know what's going on. Does that make sense? It's like, that's not real transparency. And I don't like you telling us what you're going to do all the time either publicly. You know, that's not how, like, it's not, if you're a badass, it's not like you can never say you're a badass, but, you know, I'm not a badass because I say that I am. If I'm a badass because I've done some badass shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my actions speak for what I am.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. Let your actions speak for what you are. All this, you know, yapping and we're getting where, you know, and I don't mind. You know, look, if you run off at the fucking mouth and you produce and we win, I'm great. Cool. I don't give a fucking shit then, you know, but you got to show up and do the job, you know, because I relate everything to sports. It's just like sports. You're going to run your mouth. You better win. You better finish the shit off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just look like a fool running your mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
and I don't like looking like a fool.
I agree.
don't. And, you
Not
know.
my favorite thing either.
Yeah. So that's where I am on this. So that's all the time I'm going to give it. So, because I have my own personal peace to keep too. But hey, it's been a good one. It's been a good Friday. Maybe not as long as we've been doing, but it's just about right for today and what we have. I think this was pretty solid. I think we had some
beautiful.
solid
Since
shit.
we're gonna end a little short, I did find the video I originally wanted to
you?
show
Oh,
you,
yeah, we got time.
and thank God,
Fuck, throw
because
that on there, man.
I'm here for a good laugh right now, and I love New York fans. I'm not gonna lie.
This guy looks like he's gonna be funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, when they get a hold of the mic, it's a roller coaster.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, because you got the little sign down there. You got to click on that.
We can't miss any seconds of this.
Just turn it on. Just unmute it.
Knicks are here,
Yeah,
baby.
just
The
take it,
Knicks are
slide it
fucking
backwards.
here, baby. Fresh out the garden, baby. We're taking it all the way. We had De Blasio. We had Cuomo.
We had
it was
De
rough
Blasio.
shit, but we have the Knicks. That's New York. Knicks run New York City. Bing bong. Tell me a little something, KD. Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks.
He looks like Kevin Hart.
Let's go, Knicks. Real talk, I'm from New York, and you know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Tom Brady. Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread, nigga. He owe me. Fuck Boston.
Oh, that dude.
Trey Young was still good. He still ain't good at Dyke, man. We're smoking on that Boston pack tonight, you heard? Fuck Trey Young. Fuck Trey Young.
This is so funny.
Fuck Trey Young.
This was like the first round. Like those are like compilations from like beating teams in the first round of the playoffs, by the way.
That's nuts, man.
The dude who the big fat dude, he's gone so viral so many times because he's
Really?
always there. He's always there acting an absolute fool. I mean, they all are, but you saw him. He's like, dude, he goes fucking
That's pretty
crazy.
funny.
But yeah,
That's probably one of my favorite things that comes out of any sport events and New York's involved. This is probably my favorite thing that comes out of everything. Just the dumb shit they be saying.
yep.
I think I saw one on the day that the Spurs beat the OKC to pass on.
Mhm.
The same day Arsenal and PSG were playing for the Champions League final.
Mm-hmm.
And so these guys were over here fucking screaming, "Fuck Mbappe, fuck Dembele." It's like,
Yes.
what do you say fuck me for?
Yeah, I know. They just
Yeah,
anybody.
what was the thing about did Tom Brady not pick
Well,
the
New
Knicks?
York fans,
Did he
they're
pick
just
the
gonna
Knicks to
say-
lose?
No,
What
it's just
the
'cause-
fuck was about Tom Brady?
I don't know because the
Bill-
Giants have beaten Tom Brady twice in the
Yeah,
fucking.
but-
so,
Don't, like,
I
jab
don't-
at random people for no reason.
Yeah.
Which is the fucking funniest part.
That's what
That's so funny.
anybody can catch strays from the New York fans. That's the thing. It
Yeah.
don't matter who you are.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mother Teresa.
You know, I'm gonna share with you guys on Monday. I'll send some videos for us to put up. I found a new comedian that I didn't know before, and I will share it on Monday and his videos. This dude does the best racist jokes I've seen in a long time. Like truly good shit. Like you're wow, that's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, you can't help but like it.
Yeah.
It's
feel like it's Trevor
racist
Wallace.
shit you like.
Yeah.
Is his name Trevor Wallace?
No.
by chance?
No.
Begins with a B.
B? I don't know.
I'd have to check it. He's been coming up on my Instagram, or he's been coming up on my reels a lot. Dude is just funny as fuck, man.
B.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I don't know any comedians that start with a B that I can think of who are really good at racist jokes.
Right?
Older gentleman or a little younger?
No, he's kind of a fat dude a little bit. Got a beard.
White guy?
Huh?
That fat and white?
Yeah.
Of course it's fat and white. Who else comes up with good racist jokes? No, I'm just kidding.
No, dude, that's totally true.
I watched this Mexican dude who fucking comes up with some good ass racist jokes against Mexicans, whites, black, everybody. He fucking cooks everyone. For real. It's so funny. Dude, he made fun of this.
Oh, good.
This lady was at his show and her fucking husband had died like a month prior. And he was like, "Damn, bitch, you're already here?" And it was just like,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't have it, but I will come up and I'll send them to you and share them. They're usually a couple minutes long, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like the way he spaces it out and what he hits, and it's like he's so right on.
Yeah.
The audience is just
Caught off guard, but in a good way.
And he's good with the audience if you try to be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's really good at that shit too.
The crowd work shit.
Oh
yeah.
my God. Like
That's a big deal now.
He will bury you.
Some people just go for the crowd work nowadays because it's become so common.
Because it's so easy.
Yeah.
You're an easy target, man.
Yeah, 100. Especially if you're sitting right front row and he can see you, like it's over. It's over for you.
Yeah. All right. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and do something fun. Enjoy the people you're with. God bless. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap